Today we have here with us one of the most iconic people in the music industry, Luca Pretolesi. Thank you so much for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for the hospitality. Just love the energy here. Love being with you guys. I'm very lucky to have the trust of a lot of artists. They give me like this little baby in my hands, and carry this baby till. And I'm responsible for a lot of songs. And of course, I try to be creative, but respectful on the song. Be a sound engineer, a mixing engineer. Specifically, you have a composition in your end that somebody wrote the song, produced the song for years or months, and now you're going to make a final decision before the song goes out on distribution.
That's
Right?
absolutely
So it's a trust.
amazing, really
Yeah.
amazing. So we are here in H-Farm, which is a beacon for innovative education technology.
Right.
If we have to think about music, the roles of music actually, and how is evolving today world, of innovation, in particular for the younger generations.
Right.
How do you see music education intertwining with these advancements to nurture creativity and connection?
Right. Well, grew up on a moment where music was very expensive, in a sense of like to have instruments or to afford education. Now, I think it's a moment. It's amazing. There's 1.8 million songs out on Spotify every year. This means we are a very active industry at any level. It's affordable at any level. So I think we are in one of the best time ever in music. Of course, we need to be careful to don't abuse on the fact that everything is at our disposal. We can get any software, we can produce anything, but it's a great time. And also it's a very creative time. There's a lot of influence. We're using 40, 50 years of music, as an inspiration to build new music today. And today there's a lot of great productions based on essentially inspiration coming from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. So it's a fantastic time, in my opinion. It really is.
So through your incredible career, you've had the privilege of working with some of the most iconic artists of our time, and actually also with the past, because you say earlier that you are using something coming also from the past of
Right.
music. So reflecting on these experiences, how do you perceive the emotional vibrations these artists send out through the music? Can you speak to the deeper connection the music fosters with listeners?
Right. I think there is a mindset of some of the current artists that I'm, again, very lucky to work with. They're presenting music as a diary. They're writing a story for them, and then they're sharing with the world. And I think that's the best approach, which is very different than other artists that have an approach more with a commercial mindset to try to please. When you try to please, you're not working for you. You're not building something for you or sharing. You're doing for others. We are triggered by so many emotions coming from outside of music, a lot of inputs. And some of them are able to capitalize on that. Just technology helps a lot as well. There's a lot of technology that they trigger creativities in different ways. So, for example, immersive audio is something that I'm very involved. So Dolby Atmos apply to any type of immersive audio, from Apple Vision Pro to Dolby Atmos system. That's a way from the creation standpoint of making music to be able to immerse yourself in music. So imagine how much you can do to be able to place music around you instead of in front of you. It's pretty amazing how much, if a good use of technology can help, be creative even more. Think about it, in the beginning of stereo, when everything was mono, they went to stereo, there was people start to abuse stereo, and there was a guitar on the right and drums on the left, right? Very natural. But that was abusing the stereo. So we are in the edge of like a step up in terms of technology and music. Yeah.
And this is, I think, is again a human approach, because like you say earlier, make this approach to music more affordable also for people who cannot attend a concert or go to a theater, to have the same kind of experience.
Absolutely. And I'm very involved on the educational side of music. And one part some of my colleagues say, so you are sharing everything. So when you're sharing everything, when the vocal is loud enough, when the reverb is there enough, when something is bright enough, that's based on my sensibility. That's something you cannot teach. So I give the tools, but then the human factor is essential.
So music is part of our daily life.
Yeah.
Every one of us, always
Yeah.
listening to music in different moments
Right.
of our life, different kind of music to find some time an answer,
Right.
support, something like that. So it's really touched lives deeply.
Yeah.
Could you share a personal anecdote where music had a profound impact in your life or when support you at any time of your
I never had a job outside of music, never. I essentially, since a young age, the only way for me to earn any type of money was from music.
Right.
That's it. So, but then I started from nothing, and then I did a traditional 3 years school, music school, recording and mixing, and I was the youngest one, and I have to be very creative to be able to spend 6 months at a time in Milano at school. I become friends of the students, of the older students, ready to graduate. And then I say, okay, we have a place to stay, so let me convince somebody at the school. Between the first and second year, during the summer, I start to DJ, and now start to earn money from music. So then I went from going to Milano and try to find a way, some way, to get a place to stay, to be able to actually join the school. And then next summer, now I earn the money, now I have the money. Now the next summer, I earn more money, and now I build my little career being 17 years old. If I'm a mixing and mastering engineer, but don't understand music, and I can talk about scales or chord progression, I can't have a communication with my client, right? So, so the way I built my skills was very open to understand the culture so that I'm in, and then I understand recording, I understand writing, I understand production. So if I want to suggest something to a young engineer or producer is take your time to dive into music first, from the culture, the language, the understanding, and then find your niche later,
How to advise
Yeah.
a young person who want to get inside of this business, how to approach it, how to get it ready for that.
First, you need to love it. And then second, don't rush through. Don't think, enjoy the process to get there. And naturally, you're going to eventually go there. You need to be very consistent. No rush through, humble, understand, study.
So last question, as we are here in H-Farm and you went around H-Farm, you met
Yes.
already other people, can I ask you what you think about H-Farm?
I want to go back 25 years and just study, go back and start here. I want to move, I want to relocate in this place. Now it's amazing, it's amazing. One of my favorite spots. And for my job, for what I do, I'm exposed to so many schools and I travel, but there is something about the energy and a combination of the environment, I guess, the students, the layout, is something magic here, so it's exciting. Always gonna find an excuse, a reason to come back. I love it.